Hey guys. All right, here we go. Wait for people to join in. Facebook said I had a low connection, so hopefully it's actually going live. Yes, people are coming in now. All right. Hi everybody. Happy Sunday. Hi Calvin. How are you? Thank you for joining. Hi Robert. Thank you for joining. Gina. How's everybody? Gentry Gilmore, Michael Davis. Thank you guys for joining. Hi Mark. It is Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy date night. How was everybody's weekend? Did you guys have a good time? I'm losing my voice. I've been fighting a cold for, I don't know, the past couple of days, so I feel like I sound like a man. I hope I don't. But so far, I haven't been, like, super sick, so that's good. I'm happy about that. Hi, Robert. I'm doing great. Hey, Sleepy. How are you? So, welcome, everybody. If you are new, drop your name and where you're from. I see some new faces here, so just wanted to give everybody a shout out. Eat garlic. Yes. I don't have any. I'm going to go to the grocery store as soon as I finish doing this live. Oh, Gina, no, I don't sound like a man. Good. So when I woke up this morning, I was like, I sound like a man. My mom stopped by. She didn't say that I sounded like a man, so that's pretty good. I'm happy about that. Hey, Liz, how are you? I saw you meal prepping for the week. I'm going to do that as soon as I get off of here. Who's that? Hi, Kathy. How are you over on Instagram land? So we are getting started. Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy date night. Mark from Johannesburg. Wow, Mark, thank you. What time is it there? So for those of you, hey, Leon, how are you over on Instagram? How's that cute baby of yours? So if this is your first time joining, drop your name and where you're from. Thank you all for joining. So we'll go ahead and get started. For those of you, if you dial in late, you can always go back and watch the replay. But I try to stick to the 7 to 7:25 so that I can give you guys your Sunday back and let you know that I do appreciate you all taking the time out to watch me. So for those of you new, I'm Renee Butler. I am the Life Over Coach. I am a speaker, an award-winning business owner, and a certified project manager. I show you how to organize and prioritize your life, and I teach you how to monetize your business ideas and products. So simply put, I teach you how to get your life and get your money. Does that work for you guys? It works for me, right? Oh, good, Leon. You said he's doing well. He's such a cutie pie. I got to come see you guys. All right, so we're going to start with what I call the R&Rs. So I already said if it's your first time, drop your name and drop where you're from. Oh, Alexandria, is that Louisiana? I know there's an Alexandria, Virginia. I didn't know there was one in Louisiana. Wow, nice. So if you missed, number 2, if you missed last week's broadcast about balling on a budget, go to my page at www.thelifeovercoach.com. Leave me your name and email address, and I will send you a free sample budget spreadsheet if you guys want that. So it's www.thelifeovercoach.com. And if you want a free sample, I actually gave people a bonus. I gave you guys a personal budget spreadsheet. I gave you a sample business budget spreadsheet, and I also gave you a sample monthly budget spreadsheet. So the personal and the business are for the whole year. So you can literally plan out your whole year with your budget. And I tried to put in all the stuff that I thought is relevant in your personal life as well as your businesses. So go grab that. Oh, wow, you're from Mississippi. Nice. Welcome, everybody. All right, the next R&R I wanted to tell you guys about, because this is really important. If you are, right now I'm broadcasting on my business Instagram page and my personal Facebook page. I also have a business Facebook page. If you guys could mosey over there, it's Renee Butler, and if you type in @thelifeovercoach, it'll pop right up. Like my page, because starting March 25th, I am only going to broadcast live from my business page so that I can keep my personal page, and my business page, my personal business page. Okay, guys? I really appreciate you guys doing that for me. Thank you so much. All right, y'all ready to get into content? I'm ready. All right, so this is the final series of what I'm calling Boss Up, we are going to talk about having a millionaire mindset and what are the things that millionaires do that we should be doing in our lives, right? Okay. So number one, you got your pens and papers. Let me see a 111 if you guys have your pens and papers and you're ready to go. Hi, Ebony. How are you? I was thinking about you the other day when we were doing Toastmasters together. I'm part of another Toastmasters club now. Hey, Roz, thanks for joining. Oh, you switched over to Facebook. Leon, so don't I look better on Facebook? I look like I'm just a shiny mess on Instagram. But on Facebook, like my skin looks normal. It's so crazy. All right. Enough of that, right? So, number one is they take risks and they are not afraid to fail. How many of you know that the average millionaire has several businesses that they failed at or they've started and they tried and they may have made money, but it wasn't that magic touch for them before they started seeing the millions of dollars roll in? How many of you all knew that? Give me a 2 if you knew. 2 if you knew. 2 if you knew. My head is smaller. Hey, Alex, thanks for joining. So how many of you have tried your hand at several businesses before? And maybe you just didn't get it that first time, but you tried. Yeah, so good, you knew. Awesome. So I'm going to raise my hand too, because I've done so much stuff before I found my sweet spot. And I am now able to take almost any idea or product and show you how to create a profitable business. So that's my sweet spot. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about what I've done. And don't y'all laugh at me. All right? Don't laugh at me. Hold on. I'm looking at my notes. Messing with you guys. I missed my little spot that I had. Okay, here we go. So the very first thing that I did as an entrepreneur is in college, I would sell my book. So I was a pretty good student. So I would answer all the questions in the back of the book and write those out on a separate piece of paper. I never marked my books up. I would bundle all of the answers to all of the questions in the book, all of my notes that I would take, and all of my previous tests, and I would have a perfect book. And I would bundle it all up, and I would sell it for more than the cost of the book. So I'm not going to tell my age, but back then, they weren't changing books over and things weren't digital. So people were always looking to find me so that they could buy my books because they got notes, they got sample tests. Even if the professor changed the test, at least you got to see kind of how the professor thought. So that was my very first kind of entrepreneurial thing that I did. The second thing I did was I had a vending machine company called Rocky Vending. Sorry guys, my daughter Raquel just came over to come get her dog. I've been babysitting since Thursday. She went out of town. So I had a vending company named Rocky Vending, named it after my daughter. So I would drag her, she might have been 1 or 2, and I would drag her around the world, putting vending machines in places and go and collect my little coins. I also had I don't know if any of you have ever seen, it was like a baseball card that you could put a picture on and you could put whatever information you wanted on the back. I was trying to find a couple of them because I try to keep a business card from all of the companies that I've had. And it was a cute idea, but I wasn't a millionaire from it. So I also, I sold Mary Kay for a little while. I sold weight loss tea. We had a company called Ideas to Work where we would patent ideas for people. But in 2002, I was working for a company called Digex. And I still say to this day, it was one of the funnest companies I ever worked for. We got paid really well. We got quarterly bonuses. We had like a game room. They had like pizza Fridays, donuts on Monday. Everything in the vending machine was like a quarter. Now y'all see why I got laid off, right? So August of 2002, I was laid off from work, and I was receiving unemployment. And yes, I was a hustler. Yes, I am still a hustler. I was laid off from work, collecting unemployment, and the Women Entrepreneurs of Baltimore had partnered with the Maryland Unemployment Office. And so people who wanted to start their own businesses, we had to compete to... Alex, no, they actually totally went out of business. They laid us off in like shifts, and actually Verizon owns them now. So I guess you could get a job with Verizon. So the little pieces that were left, this was during the IT, the height of the IT industry and the internet and all that stuff. We managed and hosted websites. So like Martha Stewart was one of our biggest clients. I'll tell you all the Martha Stewart funny story later, but it changed how I feel about Martha Stewart. Anyway. So laid off, women entrepreneurs partnered with the Maryland Unemployment Office, and you could compete to win a scholarship to go to their business training. So I did. It was about 4 rounds of competition that we had to do, and I was telling somebody this story the other day. Even as little as making sure that you were competent enough, like we couldn't take a calculator, no dictionary, we had to write, we had to do math. I guess it was more that you were competent enough that you could understand the materials that they were teaching you. And so I competed. It was thousands of people that entered. I was one of 20 people that won. 20 people did not do the program because it was Monday through Thursday, like 9 to 5, and I think Friday, 8 to 12, something like that. But because I wasn't working, I could do this program. So it worked out really well. I never missed a class. I got like perfect attendance award, and I sucked up everything that they taught us. And they taught us everything you needed to know about business, from your business plan to finding your niche. Everything that I teach you guys is stuff that they taught me that I've been utilizing since 2002 to help other people grow their businesses. So this is why I'm really passionate about this. Because I was awarded a scholarship and got all of this for free. So I truly believe in paying it forward. So me going live every Sunday is my way of paying this forward. Even though I charge clients, obviously, when we're getting down into the nitty gritty and I'm helping you build your business, I'm not doing that piece for free because I had to do all the work to build my business. So just a short story. The program was about 12 or 14 weeks. I can't remember now. But I literally, day and night, we had homework. I'd get home at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I'd be up till like 4 o'clock in the morning doing all of my homework because they really wanted to make sure that the goal was, by the time you finished that program, your business was up and operational. And the day that we graduated was the day that I signed the lease to my 12,000 square foot building when I opened my daycare. So I worked my butt off day and night to make that happen and soaked up everything that I could from networking. They put every industry of people in front of us, from media to news to the SBA to banks and I still have some of those relationships. And I've told the story before about applying for an SBA loan, and sometimes it can take a long time. And I went to this network event. What did you say? You getting hearts? And I was tired because I hadn't slept in months. It was one of the days that I didn't have a lot of homework to do, so I could go to sleep. And a lady from the Baltimore Business Journal called me. She said, "Hey, Renee, we're having this network event tonight. Sorry, I forgot to tell you guys. You should really come." And I live in Bowie, so it's about an hour away. And I said, "Okay, let me think about it." And I laid down, and I was like, "Oh, man, I really just want to go to sleep because I'm so tired." And it was like God tapped me on my shoulder. He was like, "You get up, you go." And I went. And I mingled. I was there for a while, talking to people, and I just happened to be standing next to this guy and we were talking, and he asked me like what I did. I told him a quick synopsis, told him about the business I was doing. It was a state-of-the-art, complete technology-infused daycare. He loved the idea, and then he says to me, I'm the final person that signs off on all SBA loans. So I'll have your paperwork sent to my office tomorrow. So that 4 months that they told me it would take for my business to be approved, my loan to be approved, was like 2 or 3 days. It was quick, almost like overnight, because they called me and were like, they're going to approve your loan. We just got to process everything. So it took about like 2 or 3 days for me to actually see the money in my account. So I'm giving you all these stories and things so that you understand the importance of all the data that I'm about to give you guys. All right. So that was a long story. So that was tip number 1, is not being afraid to take risk and not being afraid to fail. So even if you don't get it on the first time, like keep trying until you get it, especially if it's something that is in your heart. All right. And so now I actually own several businesses, and I love what I do, and I love helping people. And I think too, some of my business acumen and my ability to kind of manage money also came from my mom. I've told you guys the story too, that I think I got that part of my expertise from my mom, because my dad used to always say that my mom could squeeze the buffalo off of a nickel. So I'm a little, people that know me know I'm kind of a miser, I guess. I try to hold on to as much as I can. All right. Oh, and speaking of taking risks, did you guys see the article about 50 Cent? Give me a 1 if you saw that article about 50 Cent. That's right. Don't be afraid to take risk and fail, because you're going to learn something from that. So the next time that you go into business or start something, you can take those lessons and take it with you. So give me a 1 if you guys know what I'm talking about the latest article about 50 Cent. No one's giving me a 1. All right. So about taking risks, 50 Cent invested into Bitcoin. He's made $70 million just off of a whim. So I just wanted to give you guys that. And I invest in cryptocurrency as well. So we'll have that conversation another day. I can give you guys some good tips about some good investments for, some people only think that it's Bitcoin. There are tons of cryptocurrencies that you can invest in. All right. Number 2. You guys ready for number 2? I feel like I've been talking. That's right. Take that risk and lean, because you never know what's going to be your $1 million idea. All right. Number 2. You guys ready? Can I see some 2s? I'm waiting for a 2. Yes, he said he forgot about it. Like he made a small investment that turned to $70 million because he forgot. Like that's for real diversifying your portfolio. It can't get any better than that. All right. So number 2 is millionaires save their money and they invest it. So you have got to invest your money. Your money cannot sit in the bank and you think that you're going to be a millionaire. So invest your money, stock market, real estate, startups, other businesses. Have a solid retirement plan, REITs, cryptocurrency, you name it. It's a plethora of options where you can invest your money. And for me, I feel like at some point when you start really, really investing and knowing that your money's working for you and you're not working for it, it becomes addictive. So you're like, I can pass on those shoes. I'm going to take this money and put it over here so that it can make more money for me. And I think when you start to see how fast your money can grow, you really do think about, how you spend it, because you've worked hard to earn your money, right? All right. Number 3. You guys ready for 3? Can I see a 3? A 3 from someone? So I know you guys are paying attention. I'm going to make y'all start talking. I'm going to start going live from my cell phone on Facebook so I can hit that little button that says let you all join and let you guys talk. All right, Kathy over on Instagram, she gave me a 3. They own real estate. Real estate is one of those things that's not going anywhere, no matter how the market fluctuates. You either own property or you don't. So I always recommend, where you can, pick up a couple rental properties, an apartment building, just something so that you own some real estate. Okay? Number 4, and this is a good segue into, millionaires have several streams of income. And yes, it is very possible that you can work a 9 to 5, but you have to be a good steward of your money. You're working a job for 30 years, you're investing in your retirement plan, you've got some sound investments, and retire a millionaire. It is very, very, very possible. But notice I said retire. So you are waiting all of your 30 years to live the good life and not be a millionaire until you retire, right? That's not what we want to do. I think that, especially losing my daughter's father when we were 32, gave me a completely different outlook on life, because tomorrow's not promised. No matter how much you have planned, no matter how much you want tomorrow, it's not promised. And I would hate to see where people have spent their life saving, investing, sacrificing, and not being able to enjoy the fruits of their labor. So I encourage everyone to build a very diverse portfolio. Even if you have a hobby, take that hobby and turn it into some income coming in, and save the money. You know, like I just said, buy some property, have some rental income coming in, or invest in something. You said the afternoon ain't promised. You're right about that, Sleepy. Nothing is promised. Not at all. Tonight is not promised to us. Okay, number 5. Can I see a 5 from somebody? I see Kathy over here gave me a 3 on Instagram. Kathy, are you still there? Let me see a 5. Millionaires are disciplined. They are disciplined with their life and with their money. Kathy said hi. Hi. I'm so glad you guys are commenting. Yes. And I think that, at least for me, I'm fueled by my inner hunger that I want to achieve all the goals that I've set forth. So I work diligently at them. Millionaires plan and they strategize. You got to have a plan to know where you're going. So, you know, I implore all of you to sit down and think about what it is you want to do and develop a plan for it. Hey, thanks for joining. And have a strategy so that you have your plan and you have your strategy of how you are going to get there. They are very disciplined and meticulous about where they spend their money. And at least for me and the people that I know and the people that are in my circle and the millionaires, and I know a few billionaires, the beauty of discipline is that once you've done some things once, you can do it over and over and over again. So once you make your first million, making that second million is 10 times easier, right? You're still going to work, but it's not going to be as hard because you know what you need to do, which is a good segue into my number 6. Can I see number 6? Olivia, is Zach watching too? My little nephew watches me live when I do my shows. I told you that last week. So I always ask him if Auntie Nate did good. So far he said yes. So, yay. All right, number 6. They build processes and systems that work. And it's a constant evaluation of what works for you and what does not work for you. So you have systems in place, both for your business and your personal life. It's like you're not going to wake up and say, oh, tomorrow I'm going to sell, these trinkets for $100 and I'm going to make $1 million, right? You got to build some kind of process, some kind of system, some things that work. Things like, understanding your market. How do you do that? How do you find those people that want to buy your trinkets and, let's say, not Olivia's trinkets or someone else's trinkets? Quick question for you guys. Can any of you tell me what Steve Jobs wore to work every day and why? And don't Google it. Don't cheat. Don't cheat. Don't cheat. Don't cheat. Thank you, Benita, for putting those comments up there. I need you to log in every week to help me out here. I'm still waiting. Who can tell me without Googling? What does Steve Jobs wear to work every day and why? Sleepy, I'm going to beat you when I see you. You are a hot mess. Seriously. Nobody knows? I don't want y'all Googling it either. Alright, I'm going to tell you guys. So Steve Jobs wore a black turtleneck, blue jeans, and New Balance tennis shoes to work every single day. Yes, his work uniform. Absolutely. Yes. Thank you, Benita. That is exactly why. Even though he had plenty of money to wear whatever he wanted to wear to work, that was his uniform. And the reason that he said that was because he had hundreds of decisions to make every single day. And he did not want that to be one of the decisions he had to make. Because decision fatigue is a real thing. When you have to get up and you're managing these huge companies and you're making hundreds of decisions every day, at some point you get to the point where your brain just cannot process the same way. So he said so that he could focus more on making good decisions for Apple, he would eliminate even having to worry about what he had to do, what he had to put on his body every single day. And most millionaires, that's what they do. They have like a standard uniform that they do, so that's one less thing they don't have to worry about. And I went to private school and we wore uniforms every day. So I wore uniforms all the way up till my 12th grade year in high school. Back then I hated it. Now I'm like, God, I miss those uniform days. Just getting up every morning, trying to figure out what you want to put on. It is a process and it can be draining sometimes. You said President Obama did it too. Awesome. I didn't read that, but that's good. I'm going to go look that up now. And I remember when I got to college, I was like, I'm never wearing the same thing twice because I've been wearing the same thing for 12 years. But, you know, I was still in college and my parents were funding my wardrobe, so that was a beautiful thing. But now, yeah, I'm almost to the point where I'm like, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm going to wear the same thing because I don't want to have to think about it. I got other things to do. But yes, now I really do wish I could wear a uniform. All right. The other thing, too, under this one is that millionaires have to-do lists and planners. So they plan and they have a to-do list so that they can track their process, so they can set goals and then track where they are. Flip-flop, shorts, no shirt. Well, that's because you're down there in, yes, eat the same thing. I didn't include that in here, but yes. Typically, they meal prep. They eat the same things, breakfast, lunch, dinner, every single day to make it easy. All right, number 7. If you guys have some other good tips, add them in. Number 7 is they read. Successful people read. That's the bottom line. A lot of people don't like to read. But 85% of self-made millionaires, they read about 2 to 3 books a month. And when you break it down, it's about 30 minutes to an hour a day of reading. You guys can add that in. I know for some of you who commute and ride a bus or carpool, read while you're there. Some people sleep, but read. Anybody reading some good books? If you are, pop them in. All right. So what should you read? Yes, I love a good planner too, Liz. I'm very digital. I try not to carry too much stuff, but I do like having a calendar that I can open and look at so that I can see everything. Aside from that, all my planning stuff is either in my laptop. I like to use Excel and Microsoft Project to do all of my planning. All right, so what should you read? So read books that help you grow, books that keep you informed about your particular industry or market space, books that challenge you or teach you something new, biographies of other successful people, current events, and leadership. Yes, Tam, reading is fundamental. All right, this brings me to my number 8. We are 5 minutes over, but number 8 is one of the hidden gems. This is what I feel like is a hidden gem, because some of y'all don't do this. I feel like, though, that I'm in a crowd that you guys know. Like, you guys are going to do this. All right. Number 8 is they have life insurance. Yes, life insurance. Stop leaving your children and your family broke when you die. How many of you all know that a large percentage of wealth among some families was built from life insurance policies? Put in a number 8 if you knew that. Reading Jesus as a life coach. Tell me number 8. If you guys knew that a large percentage of some families' wealth was built on life insurance. So I'm telling you guys, have a life insurance policy for your children, your families. We have got to stop the idea of not leaving anything for future generations, especially for minorities. We are already struggling. We are all still, trying to get up into that billionaire status. Leave life insurance. And if your mindset is, oh, I'm not leaving nothing because they just going to waste my money, that's your fault. That is your fault that you did not train your children and your families to be good stewards of money. So you need to do better. I'm blaming you. All right. I'm a believer of setting our generations up for success. And by not leaving some type of monetary legacy for your children, it's going to make it hard for them. So sometimes sacrifice maybe eating out a couple times a week, sacrifice buying a new outfit or some new shoes, and get another life insurance policy. If you have children, you should have no less than $1 million. Did you guys hear what I said? If you have children, you should have no less than $1 million. And I believe the same is true if you have a spouse. Because you never know how your death will impact someone, whether it's your parents, your children, your spouse, and they may not be able to work. So leave them with a good life insurance policy. Sacrifice a little bit, and then you don't have to have everything pay out in a lump sum. I had Eric Tyrone here, who's an attorney, talking to you guys about estate planning. You can set up a trust so that you can, divvy funds out on a monthly basis. You can leave, set how you want to leave things to individual people, your children, etc. But I'm just telling you guys, set your families up and your children up for success. Make sure that you guys have proper life insurance, okay? That was my number 8. So we are 7:33. I'm about 8 minutes over, but that's okay because I love spending this time with you guys. You have whole life, should I get term life too? I think it depends on what it is you want to do. I have some of both. I also have some life insurance that is also part investment, so it is making money, and I could take money out if I wanted to. It's actually pretty good. Inbox me if you guys want. Inbox me or shoot me an email if you info@thelifeovercoach.com if you guys want that information. Because it's actually growing a lot faster than I thought it was. So I like it. All right, do you guys have any questions? I will take questions for a few minutes. I'm just going to scroll back up to see if I missed anything. You guys were typing like crazy. I don't think I missed any questions. Oh, Roz says she just bought a good planner. Yes. All right. I don't think I missed anything. I was glancing real quick. You guys put some good tips for some books. I saw a book on here that I've not read. I think I'm going to go pick that up. It might be a good idea. Do a book swap with your friends. Maybe get 5-10 of you guys together and y'all swap books. Okay, you'll inbox me. No problem, Tam. Oh, sorry. I'm shaking my tablet, so it probably looks like I was trying to scroll up. Probably looks like I'm moving all over the place. My bad. Oh, Kathy says she's reading Jesus as a Life Coach. Oh, that's good. I may have to check that out. All right. So, no questions? Don't forget, go over to my website, www.thelifeovercoach.com, so you can get your free budget worksheets for your personal life and your business. And I will email that to you when you leave me your email address. All right, guys. I don't see any questions scrolling through, so I'm going to give you your Sunday back. Thank you all on Instagram and Facebook. You have a condo in New York. You want to move and repurchase. Should I sell the first place or rent it out? If there's a market wherever your condo is, I would always rent it out. There's somebody else paying your mortgage for you. Eventually it'll be paid off and it'll be all profit for you. So that's what I would do, personally. I don't know how much you owe. Like, you have to look at how much you owe. If you're upside down, maybe you're not going to be able to rent it out to pay it off. So you'd have to take a look at that. We can talk offline if you want. We can run some numbers and I can tell you. You're very welcome, Alex. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to sign off. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. And I will see you next Sunday, same time. Love you guys. Bye.